And welcome to this week's weekly review show. Chris finally made it back into work this morning after 3 days on the booze after Winx completing it. Another one on her streak. She was pretty awesome, wasn't she?
She was, Charlie. No better way to describe it than saying awesome. That's what she is. She's unbelievable. So to see her, was it 20 Group 1 wins?
20 Group 1 wins, yeah.
27 in a row.
Unbelievable.
And no signs of slowing down.
And got over the big threshold prize money wise as well.
What was that?
Got over 20, weren't we?
Don't think so.
19.8?
I'm not sure.
Check that.
Might be wrong.
Might be wrong. That's fine. First time for everything. We'll just go straight into Caulfield, where we only have the one runner, Bubbles and Troubles, barrier 8, Michael Walker.
She's a good filly, and not a bad draw. Big field, you expect there to be a bit of speed, and good jockey aboard. She'll run well.
Okay, going up to the Sunshine Coast, starting off with last start winner Zambalina, Jeff Lloyd.
Good to see her hit some form again. Drawn a bit awkward in gate 12, but Jeff Lloyd certainly knows a thing or two about the Sunshine Coast, so leave it up to him, I think, and see if she can repeat last start win.
And Fortensky in the same race?
He's drawn better. I think he's drawn gate 7, and Michael McNabb rides him, and he's working his way into a bit of form as well, so both horses should be chances.
And then we have Cedarwood, who whoever puts fields together must just hate, because he's drawn barrier 13 and 15 on Saturday.
Yeah, it's got to make it a bit easy, harder, very harder. So I think probably leaning towards the 1600 metre race, go back, find some cover and see if he can finish off.
And we also have Impasse in that race, Michael McNabb barrier.
Yes, well he'll appreciate the drop in class from Sydney midweek races, which have been quite competitive of late.
Yep.
Up to a Saturday race, so we normally find midweek races similar to a Saturday race in Queensland, so I think he'll be competitive.
Quick preview on Rose Hill this weekend. Golden Rose Day, it's finally upon us. Starting off with 2 in the Shannon, we have Noir, Tommy Berry, barrier 6.
Good run first up, just getting
huge run. Nosed
out by the stablemate, and she's trained on well since. She's also entered for the Golden Pendant, but will lean towards the Shannon. I think 1500 metres will suit her well. I think it was 1200 first up, was it? 13? 12 1300?
13.
Anyhow, 1200 was the Shiraka. So 1500 will suit her a lot better, and she's a good horse. Down in the weights, Tommy Berry rides. Yeah, 53.5.
Yep. And then we also have Youngstar, drawn barrier 1.
Very good horse, Charlie. Very good horse. She's one of our main Caulfield Cup chances. And obviously 1500 second up's my only concern with her. She might not be as sharp as she was first up, but her work's been good. Very good. So just switch her off, get her to relax, finish off strongly, and watch her finish off the last 100 metres.
Okay, then into race 6, Golden Pendant, Invincibella, barrier 10, H-Bone.
Yes, well she did beat Noir home last start in the Shirako. Great first up run, so drawn a bit awkward on Saturday, but I think she's, being such a big horse, I don't think she minds a bit of room. And midfield 3 wide with cover wouldn't be the end of the world.
Okay, race 7, the big one, the Golden Rose, Lean Mean Machine, barrier 7.
Well, he looks exactly as his name suggests. He looks fantastic. Yep. Very clean-winded horse, and his work's been good. He hasn't done anything wrong in his racing prep. He gets bad draws and still runs well. Last start got a long way back and nailed them. I don't think the better track will worry him at all.
No.
Which we're expecting a good 3 or good 4 track on Saturday. Gate 7 should get a lovely run, finishing off strongly.
Okay, then we have the Autumn Sun, blinkers on, unlucky last start.
Unbelievably unlucky, but that's racing, and he'll appreciate getting on a better track as well on Saturday. Not too concerned about the draw with him at all. He's also will appreciate a bit of room. Got an amazing stride on him.
Huge.
And his work's been good. We have put the blinkers on just to try and give him a little bit of tactical speed from the barriers. As the draws have worked out, we probably don't need them, but he's got them on. And
He won't over-race, he's a sensible horse.
yeah. So I think it's going to be very hard to beat, Charlie.
Okay, what about Zusain? Don't forget him.
Saying yet.
Is he going to be hard to beat too?
Well, listen to what I'm about to say.
Barrier 1, J-Mac.
Very good horse, Charlie. He's going to be very hard to beat.
Good.
But it's a genuine Group 1 stallion making race. So with the draw, it's going to enable James to get cover, switch off, hopefully get the run of the race, and he'll really appreciate a better track on Saturday. His work was first class on Tuesday morning, and we expect him to run well. We expect all three to run well. We're blessed to have three very good colts, and looking forward to Saturday's race.
Okay, race 8, the Avenger comes up from Melbourne after winning last start.
He does. It was a very good win last start, and he's been plagued with bad draws and this, that and the other, but last start everything went right. Comes up to Sydney here, remarkably for better prize money. He's been running down there on Saturdays for 60,000.
Yeah.
He's running on Saturday for 125, so figure that out. Good draw, Hugh Bowman rides, he'll be very hard to beat.
Okay, best guess, Kieran McAvoy, barrier 8.
Yeah, he's had bad draws all prep. This is the best draw he's had for a while. Just hope Kieran can get him to come across and find a bit of a position, because it's not easy gate 8, but horse is a lot better than his form reads.
Okay, not forgetting Savicle down on 52 kilos, Jay Ford.
Yeah, forget her run in the Queens and Oaks. Prior to that, all her runs were very good.
And South Australia Oaks.
And drew the outside, ended up leading, didn't she?
Yeah.
So she's in for a good prep,
Back
ladies
on
and
track.
gentlemen. So yeah, it's starting point Saturday, but she'll run a cheeky race and one to follow through the spring.
Absolutely. You take those two races out, she's never been out of the two.
Exactly.
Race 9, number 2, Naval Warfare.
We'll
Barrier
skip
5.
through these pretty quick. Better draw, second up 2,000 will suit.
Abdon, Hugh Bowman, barrier 13.
Great run last start, just got bobbed out of the photo finish. Awkward gate, but good jockey aboard.
Last start winner, the Lord Mayor, unable to gain a start last weekend,
J-Mac rides again.
barrier 8.
Can't fault him. We've got some really good horses in this race, and unfortunately there's only going to be one winner, but whatever of our horses, providing they do win, will probably head to the Metropolitan. So
Okay, then
that's what we think of some of the horses in this race.
we have Quick Defence, drawn awkwardly in 14, but Tommy found the key to him the last twice.
Yeah, last two runs have been very good. Worst draw he's had for a while. Probably leave him to Tom and see what he can do, but he's the benchmark of these types of races. Hopefully he can show the same form against some up-and-coming horses that we've got in the race.
Okay, then we have Rakik Damien Oliver, barrier 7.
Yeah, he's mixed his form a little bit. I don't think he stays 2400, so forget those couple of runs that he did run over that trip. Last start was much better and gets his chance here from a good draw.
Estikraj, barrier 3.
Better draw. He sort of struggles at the 2000, but when he's got a soft draw, he'll relax better and therefore finish off better. So, not without a chance.
Jake's Hill down 53, barrier 10.
Really good stayer, finally getting up to a more suitable trip. First two runs I think were over like 1400 and a mile, so he'll be a lot better stepping up to this distance, and watch him finish off late.
Opposition, drawn awkwardly in 15.
Basically the same as Jake's Hill. He's a 2800 or 2 miler, and now getting up to a more suitable trip. Didn't like the wet track at all last start. Drawn bad, but he's a big horse. I'm not too concerned
He'll be
about the
powering
draw.
home. Okay, best of luck, Chris. Just a quick update on the Wonder Mare. What do you have to report this week, Chris?
Well, she won well last week. I've got
She
to
did.
report that. If anybody missed it, it was a pretty exciting win. And yeah, remarkably, she continues to come through her races so well.
How much weight did
Maintains
she
her weight.
lose?
I think lost 2 kilos, but she would have put it back on, if not gained weight, by next Monday. So the next step is her next run. So it's more than likely going to be the Turnbull.
Yep.
And at some stage she'll go to Melbourne, I'd say next week, and work her the reverse way a few times. I actually had a look and see what we did last year, and she had a couple of reverse scallops, though left-handed, Melbourne way of going.
Racecourse gallop between now and then, or?
No, not with the trip down there. The trip down there will be like a trial. They naturally lose 5 to 10 kilos. All horses are different, but she drops about 5 with the trip, which we use to our advantage. It just gets her a little bit tighter as we start to get a little serious towards her next few runs.
She's that scary.
I know.
We haven't been serious yet. She's
Well,
got 2 group runs in the bank.
She'll just get a little bit tighter as we step her up in distance so the next couple of runs, if she goes to the turn, will be 2,000, and then the Cox Plate would be 2,040. So yeah, we wind her up a little bit and
On track.
On track. Picture perfect. Everything's good. Not really as much to report.
No.
Good horse.
Very good horse. The best, some might say. That's all, folks.